Today I'd like to share some electronic files that I've produced in open-ended software packages. I'm not currently teaching a class, so any of the samples of student work that you see in this video have been created by some children of a family friend. I've chosen to focus on mobile compatible programs because I'm an iPad user. The outcomes that I've addressed are from the new national curriculum, except in the case of KLAs like Creative Arts that are still being created. In these instances, I've referred to the New South Wales BOSTES syllabus documents. My activities address as many of Gardner's multiple intelligences as I could, because I believe students should be exposed to their preferred learning style and other learning styles in order to reach their full potential. I've tried to vary my tasks across Bloom's taxonomy, but have focused on higher order creating tasks. The tasks are open-ended so that students can achieve success at their ability level and their creativity isn't restricted. Firstly, I'd like to talk about an app called Versus Poetry. The app generates a random selection of words and students arrange as many of the words as they want into a poem. Some students would feel restricted if they were only allowed to use the words provided, so I would sometimes give them the option to use a certain number of the words as inspiration, whilst also incorporating their own words. I think it would be best if this activity is completed individually, because students would want to take the poem in different directions. In this app, you're able to control how many words you're given. This could be adjusted based on the ability of each individual student. The task could be done with any stage depending on the ability of the students. I aimed my task at stage 3, so the outcome I would be targeting is EN3 2A, composes, edits and presents well-structured and coherent texts. Next, I'd like to talk about an app called Simple Mind Plus. Mind maps can be used in any KLA for a range of purposes. I chose to focus on a subjective description of an artwork. This activity could be done with any stage. My activity is aimed at stage 2 because I think it's most appropriate for their ability level. The outcome that I would be targeting is VAS 2.3, acknowledges that artists make artworks for different reasons and that various interpretations are possible. I've used the mind map to display comments made by students in response to 4 prompt questions about the artwork. This task could be completed as a whole class, in small groups or individually. I would do it as a whole class so that all students are exposed to different interpretations of the artwork. My third app is called Virtual Manipulatives. I would use virtual manipulatives as a tool during lessons about fractions, decimals, or percentages. The images that I've included depict several ways that students can demonstrate their understanding of these mathematical concepts. Students can explore equivalence or involve the 4 operations. I've chosen to aim my activity at stage 3, which is the only stage that are expected to work with percentages. The outcome that I would be targeting is MA37NA, compares, orders and calculates with fractions, decimals and percentages. Visual learners would really benefit from this app because they can physically see a scaled representation of the numbers that seem abstract on the pages in their books. Now I'd like to talk about Comic Life, which is also available as an app. I chose to use this app to focus on procedures as a text type. This activity could be done with any stage. My activity is aimed at stage 3 because I think that the depth of my text is most appropriate for their ability level. So the outcome that I would be targeting is EN32A, composes, edits and presents well-structured and coherent texts. I would use my procedure to model the structure of the text and how to use the program. I would also make a cross-curricular link to science and technology by getting the students to record the procedure that they followed in a design and make or experiment task. This task could be completed as a whole class, in small groups or individually. I would give my students the choice of working individually or in pairs to cater for interpersonal and intrapersonal learning preferences. This activity focuses on visual learning. The final app I'd like to talk about is Scratch Junior. I made a quiz using this app. My content targeted early stage 1, but this app could easily be used with older stages to design quizzes that are more appropriate for their ability level. I would get students to create their own quiz and then swap with a partner to complete theirs. Students could be tested on content from any KLA. I used content from the Science and Technology syllabus. They are also practicing reading, writing, typing and comprehension skills by using this program. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video. I hope the content helped you.